Welcome back. Today, you can see that I'm wearing my headset, and that's because we're going to be doing some watching. I told you last time that we were going to be going over the two cinematics that got revealed at BlizzCon, and we're going to start with the Terror of Darkshore. Really quick, if you haven't seen this cinematic, please go actually watch it. I'll link to it in the description. I'm going to be pausing it and talking about it, so this is a terrible way to see it for the first time, and it's a really good cinematic, so I really suggest that you go watch it before you watch this. With that covered, like I said, personally, I really like this cinematic. The way that Blizzard has gotten these in-game cinematics, the models and the environment react to each other so well and in such a natural way. I think they've done a really good job with that. So before we start, I just want you to keep an eye out for the amount of detail and interaction in these cinematics now. And without further ado, let's get her started. Let me full screen this boy and let's jump right into it.
All of it?
The entire shipment, down to the last sack of
This
grain.
orc makes me laugh. I don't know why.
The only survivor.
I just can't take her that seriously.
One Samdi, do not take me yet.
I love One Samdi.
What happened?
We were bringing supplies to the war front, just like all the other times.
Pick up the pace. We got to get these supplies to our
Okay, the
soldiers
blood
by
elf is
dawn.
kind of goofy. Not a great example of what I was talking about. The way she walks is just, I don't know, it's kind of goofy.
What is it?
And now she's spooked. It's so gnarly. Okay, really quick. I know we're kind of in the middle of it. See, like I was talking about before with the interactions, the way that the model of that orc was holding on to the reins of the Kodo, it was throwing him around, you know, all the stuff that's going to be kind of falling off of it. It's the interactions like that that I think have come a really long way, because if you go back and watch like the Wrathgate, which is a great cinematic, but you can tell that there's so many restrictions on what the characters can do because they're using the in-game models and engine. And they're kind of stiff, the way they walk, the way they interact, the way they're fighting and stuff. It's come such a long way, and if you really want to see how far it's come, like I said, just go back and watch the Wrathgate cinematic. But let's continue on. Oof. Okay. This is my favorite part. It's so gnarly. To the person whose idea it was to put that part in the cinematic, thank you. You're one of my favorite people. But I'd like to take a moment just really quick to focus on something, because that voice actor for that orc really gave it his all. He gave 110%. That scream is horrifying. That orc sounds like he's actually screaming for his life. I would just like to commend. Can we go back really quick? Where is it? That's horrifying. It's horrifying. What a good job. Okay, and we'll go back for this again. I know that's two in quick succession, but I just want to point something out that's going to further my point. Because when the troll hits the tree, I don't know if you guys have ever been hit really hard, but when you get hit super hard, you kind of have this moment where you just lose track of where you are, what's going on. You're just so dazed for a second. And the amount of detail in this cinematic, because that troll, when he slams him up against the tree, he has that moment of like, you can kind of see him come to. He kind of goes for a second. Let me go back really quick. Just keep an eye on it. Let's see. Here it is. Yeah, dude, that troll was gone for a second. He didn't know where the hell he was.
Tell her we are coming.
Okay, the way he says coming, he doesn't say coming. Alright, really quick, he doesn't say coming, he says, we are coming. And the way he says that reminds me so much of that episode from Rick and Morty. I know, big IQ alert real quick. There's that episode where they have all the television commercials, and there's that one for that movie coming out that's two brothers, and there's one part where they're talking about old women. I'll just show you the clip.
Hold on, there's more. Old women are coming.
And it's all I could think about when I saw that part of the cinematic. It's actually crazy. Alright, let's finish this.
One someday. Do not take me yet.
He expects us to believe
Okay, the
this
orc looks...
tale.
You know those old infomercials for the hair bump?
Muppets is bumping up the volume for women everywhere.
And you actually like put something in... Maybe it's just me, but it's all I can think about when I see her hair. I really like that owl model. I'm so excited for the black eyes on the night elves.
We will hold this ground for the whole.
Her helmet, dude! I'm sorry. I can't take anything about that orc seriously. I just can't. All in all, I love that cinematic, though. So we can finally see that they are giving Malfurion and the Night Elves some backbone. They really kind of wrote them into this docile and sometimes kind of pathetic whole. I haven't liked Malfurion or Tyrande for a very long time, and I'm really hoping that this starts to change my mind, because Malfurion in this cinematic is a great start towards badassery. It's crazy. It's really good, and I cannot emphasize enough how much I like the part where he pulls the orc under the ground. That is my favorite thing that I think has ever happened in a WoW cinematic, because it is terrifying. It is genuinely terrifying. And I think the amount of cinematic content we get these days is amazing. They started it with Legion, and I'm so glad that that is something that carried over from Legion, because the cinematics in Legion were super good, and the cinematics in BFA look like they're just gonna be just as good, and I'm super pumped about it. So what did you guys think of the Terror of Darkshore? I think it's a really great cinematic. A lot of really cool moments, a lot of really cool stuff happens, plus the old women are coming. Let me know what you guys thought, and I will see you next time with Lost Honor, which is the next cinematic. And until then, enjoy yourselves.